Hello and welcome to High Tea Obsessed. I am your host, Thomas Baumauer, and joining me today for a very special bonus episode, she's an outlaw. On a steel horse she rides, and she's wanted.
Dead or alive.
It's Cassie.
Hello, hello.
Today, we are shaking the rust off. We're shaking the cobwebs out of our system because we are back with a special Halloween episode talking about one of our favorite things, Supernatural.
Yes.
That is a 15-season long CW show mostly, following two brothers on their various quests to, the family business, saving people.
Hunting things.
And so we're going to talk about we're going to talk about the show, some of the reasons why we love it, probably get into all sorts of crazy nonsense that happens in that show, because again, it is 15 seasons long and averages like 20-something episodes a season. So there's over 300 episodes, I believe.
Yep, I think
season... Of various quality.
There was one season that was like short.
Yeah, season 3 is the strike, the OG writer strike.
Yes.
And it's every other... The crazy thing about this, especially because Supernatural, after season 5, really varies in quality. But at that time, so many shows were ruined by the writer's strike. And not because of the strike, just they brought in stab writers and they ruined the shows.
Yep.
Supernatural instead was what if we just cooked with absolute gas? Mm-hmm. And it's one of the best seasons. It's so good.
Season 3.
Because there's no fat.
So good. There's no fat. Also, it helps that, Robert Singer, Eric Kripke, and who's the third one? Michael Moore had written this arc. So the other episodes are filler, even when they do technically move them along the arc. But and I think Michael Moore is he's only in the few, but literally the all hell breaks loose. The story is written by Kripke and Moore together.
Word, I did not know that.
Yeah, and it's so good. Also, when doing my very brief prep for this episode, I discovered that, unsurprisingly, but I just hadn't really paid any attention, all the best episodes are directed by Robert Singer.
That makes sense. There
are obviously exceptions to that, where Kim Manners also directed a good number of the solid ones. So it's Kim Manners and Robert Singer directed the iconic ones.
I think, was it Tim Manners who replaced Kripke immediately following his departure as showrunner? There was a long history of it, but there was a period after where
maybe, but they both are working together. Kripke's a writer when Kim is directing in seasons 2 and 3.
Gotcha.
And 1, actually. Kripke wrote Devil's Trap and Kim directed it, so.
That was a good episode. Anyway, so Supernatural is a show that is at times incredible, at times absolutely terrible.
Just
some of the worst things put to digital film.
Trash, but part of me wants to go back and watch season, is season 7 the Leviathan?
That one's not bad, honestly.
I mean,
overhated.
I think it's trash, but it is really funny because it's happening. He's Mitt Romney.
Yes. Dick Roman. And it's also, it's kind of sad now because it's pretty prescient, even more so than it was then somehow.
So relevant.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. So before we get too into the weeds, let's pull back out for a second and say, I'm going to say spoilers for all 15 seasons of Supernatural, because fuck it. And if you don't love Supernatural, if you don't like Supernatural, if you never watched Supernatural, I think part of this, you'll be able to, honestly, the spoilers don't matter.
No, because I was going to say, we're going to be just
it's like a comic book, basically.
It is like a comic book, and I feel like we're going to be making random references that aren't really spoilers unless you know what we're talking about, so.
Yes, and the other day, I was hanging out with two of my friends, and two of us, myself and another, had watched it, and we were just, I forget why, we just got locked into it.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Supernatural, and our other friend was just there huh? And then we threw on a couple episodes, as a joke, We were like, we gotta watch this one. We gotta watch this one, and we just started. And then he started watching it when we left, and he's now on season. He's almost done with season 2. So we're very excited.
Season 2. You know, okay, I'll hold it. I'll hold it until we get into it.
But so we're gearing up. I'm gonna say, if you can't tell, this is loose prep, very unhinged episode.
Zero prep.
Here's
for
what is going to happen. We're getting ready. We're gonna come back on like a monthly basis, drop an episode every month, and I'm thinking of them as both a return to the roots of High Tea Obsessed, where each episode is a different topic, but also like a billion backdoor pilots. So if you really enjoy one of the weird episodes we throw out, let us know, and we'll be sure to bring back more of those and think about it for future seasons that are like, as the show evolves, what it looks like going forward.
Yes.
We are kind of preparing for a serious formal season that is probably going to be very history based, something that we at one point were very excited about. I don't know if I'm still excited about it, so we'll talk about that offline, figure that out.
Oh, Jesus.
But
yeah, so I think like we will do a post on Instagram. I may even do a post on TikTok. Like, definitely let us know if there's anything that you think we should do a focus episode on, because like we are completely all ears and open to doing whatever this season, because it's going to be vibes, just entirely based on vibes.
So here are some things you can look forward to. More High Tea Obsessibles, which is the movie episodes we do. The great, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but the great Dramini debate.
Yes. Ladies,
special guests,
if you've been waiting to hear Thomas read and talk about Dramini fanfic, stay tuned.
If you've been wondering, how red can Thomas's cheeks be? You will find out.
Don't worry, I won't make you read something spicy.
I know. We both were like, yeah.
Can't do it.
That's a bad idea.
Can't do it.
And and then again, if you want any history things, anything like that as well, we're open to serious topics, fun topics if you want. Yeah, moving on. So, if you're not following us on the social medias, but you want to chime in, you should absolutely do that. And Cassie, it looks like I should tell people where to follow us.
I can do this. I'm not looking at our notes at all right now, so like bear with me.
I don't really have notes.
Okay, cool. You can follow us on Instagram and Threads at High Key Obsessed Podcast. You should subscribe to us on YouTube at High Key Obsessed Podcast. And you can find us on all of the podcasting platforms of your choice. And don't forget to follow us, subscribe, give us those ratings and reviews. If you don't give us 5-star reviews, we will...
I got a good one. We will make you the stars of a 15-season-long CW show where you endure countless losses, heartbreaks, and
you'll die at least
triumphs.
Once.
Yes. Every woman that you meet will be used as a fridging device to motivate you. Pretty tough look for our guys.
Yikes.
The writers of Supernatural called out. And your one-day friend will be immediately killed.
Who are we talking about?
Castiel.
Oh. Yeah.
Although, you know this, right? That Garth and the vampire friend are like dating in real life, which is kind of incredible.
The werewolf
Remy,
friend? Oh, wait.
Garth becomes a werewolf, but Dean's vampire friend from Purgatory.
Oh.
Benny.
Shut up.
Yep.
And Garth doesn't become a werewolf.
They stop him from becoming a werewolf.
I thought, wait, who am I thinking of? Who's the IT
Garth
guy?
is the skinny guy, right?
No.
The IT guy is Ash.
Ash. Okay, I was thinking that
R.I.P.
Ash. Garth. LOL.
So do you want to just like go through a list, or are we drafting? I feel like we're going through a list and just
I
like,
feel
this
like
is a
we're
love
going through a list,
episode, right?
like, yeah.
We're not competitive. We're not hating today.
No. If we had been doing a draft, I would have done this very differently. But I have like
we would have been
I have kind of like
right
a little ranking of my Halloween, like my favorite episodes to watch on and around spooky season.
All right, let's go that way then, because I just have like almost like, what is it called, like a word bubble where they, you know what I mean, like they'll the consultants love this. They'll be like, here's all the words that come up in your emails.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like a word chart type
So this
thing.
is like the episodes that have the most Halloween-y-ishness? Is that?
When I think of them, I was just thinking in my brain, like Jimmy Neutron. think. Brain blast.
I do know Jimmy Neutron, but I'm too old to have watched Jimmy Neutron. My little sister did.
It's millennials.
Yes.
Shout out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Spooky season supernatural.
Spooky season supernatural episodes. So these are the episodes that, for the most part, too, you don't have to watch all of Supernatural to get these episodes. Like, so you could watch a lot of these as standalones, especially the season 1 episodes that I'm going to recommend.
Yeah. I think the first 2 seasons, a lot of them, there's like maybe some drama that you won't understand. But
the
overall,
monster of the week.
Yeah.
And that for the uninitiated is what they call them.
Especially like the drama in the first couple seasons, I think it like entices you into the story more than being like, oh, I don't get
this. Yeah, I agree. Well, my first, I like moved this up in the rankings because it's the only one that's like properly Halloween, actually, and it's season 4, episode 7, the Great Pumpkin Sam Winchester. Because, well, number one, they mispronounced Samhain and they call it Sam Hain. The whole episode, and it makes me crazy, but it is like one of the few, like, it's kind of interesting that the show doesn't do more Halloween episodes.
It is. That one is good. That one's the one where there's like the misdirect with the witch, right?
Yeah, so it's like
the teacher, and then it's actually the
we think it's the teenager, but it is the teacher. Well, actually, wait, no, you're right.
I think it's the because teacher, then he's possessed.
He gets possessed by the Samhain or Sam Hain, the demon. They're working Sam together, Hain. And then he kills her. Oh, it's awkward, but yeah. What's your number 1 recommendation?
My number 1. That's a good one. I think like if we're just going scary and like creepy things I don't like, Bloody Mary, which I think is like very early in the first season.
It's episode 5.
It's
because that was my first
pretty
one
intense
until I got down to season 4. Yeah,
I feel like that one's also, it's like very, it reminds me a lot of like the horror movies that were coming out at that time as well.
Very
like
Ring, very.
Yeah.
I can't think of what, like Echo.
It's like revenge horror.
It's
horror. And like really gross.
It's a girl with stringy black hair in a white dress, like with her hair in front of her face. Coming out of mirrors. I don't watch that episode when I do my rewatches. I am terrified of it. It's the reason I still, as a 38-year-old woman, can't go to the bathroom in the dark. I have trained my body to not have to pee at night because
that's so crazy.
I get so afraid if I'm in a room with mirrors in the dark.
Honestly, reasonable. At first I was like crazy. I think it's reasonable.
I think so. But yeah, so that really to me is like my number 1 scary supernatural episode. Followed pretty closely by Scarecrow.
That is also on my list. That one's awesome too. That one's just a really good episode.
And that's like 1, episode 11.
That's crazy. They were really cooking the first 2 seasons.
Even like honestly,
scary stuff.
The first I would say almost the entire first season, but definitely the first half of the first season. So like the first 12 episodes of the show are fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Wendigo.
That's. Oh my God, that's actually number 1 on my list. I skipped over it.
I skipped it because I don't think it's a good Halloween episode.
Yeah.
It's scary, but it's like camping scary.
Yeah. So I will say,
it's more like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
So here's something, I do want to bring that up though, because that's one of my favorite, I think that's one of the best episodes of the show, honestly. Like it's so good. And I think it's better than the pilot if you want to get somebody to, like if you're like, what episode should I show them to get them to watch it? I think that's a really good one. If they're going to pay attention, like if you're watching the show, but it's because it's scary, but in kind of like a subtle way. There's the story elements. They do the previously on that I think captures everything you need from the pilot episode.
That's true.
You do miss what's her face, who is super hot.
The mom?
Sam's
girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah. Jessica.
Shout out.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Gone too soon. You know what's funny though is that she is in a show called about a boy that was like, I think I was the only one that watched it.
It's the show that's based on the movie, right? Like it's like,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it's an American adaptation of a British movie based off a novel. And she plays a character named Dr. Sam in that. And then the main character of that show, the adult main character of that show, is in New Girl as Dr. Sam. Which is just a lot of Sam.
There's a lot of Samceptions happening here.
But anyway, Wendigo is interesting because I think everyone involved in it, it's one of the ones that they hate the most. And I think it's because it's like such a good episode, but they didn't have the budget yet. And so the CGI is not good. No. And so when they see it, and when they rewatch it, they're just like, I wish this was better because, but they just really, that's one of the episodes that Eric Trippi specifically hates the most. And I'm like, it's such a good episode though. It's just crazy to me. And if you look up like worst episodes of Supernatural, that often will show up
really
on them. And I'm like,
I only don't watch it because it scares me.
It's so good. And I did do an episode on a previous Halloween bonus episode on Skinwalkers and the Wendigo.
I was curious about
that freaked me out
because of like the native lore and like the like colonization of that legend.
Yeah.
I was curious your thoughts on that specific to this episode because I always struggle with that too because I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that is very important. It is a huge bastardization of that. And that is something like on my episode on doing it was something that I was like, should I actually do an episode on this? And I was like,
right.
I'm going to because it's very scary and I think I can acknowledge do it
respectfully, yeah.
Some of the problem, I can acknowledge that like, hey, if you're talking about these myths, like anytime you hear something weird, like if you're talking about the Appalachia, it's not a skinwalker. The skinwalkers are endemic to this very specific region that's a Navajo myth.
Yeah.
And it's something that like is very, like you shouldn't go up to a Navajo person and ask them about it. It's something that's very sacred to them still. Yeah. And Wendigo is very specifically in northeastern indigenous and primarily, I believe, Algonquin speaking peoples. Yeah. And it is completely different than what has become like recognized as a Wendigo.
What is Robin Wall Kimmerer? What nation does she belong to?
I think it's Powhatan.
I don't know. Powhatan. Yeah, I think that's right. And yes, so is that an Algonquin?
They are. Yep.
Okay, so yeah.
They have a specific Potawatomi language, but it's right, but in the Algonquin branches, I guess.
Yeah. So but yeah, I think you're right.
So
because she
it is very tough to talk about it generally because it's been so bastardized, and that happens kind of regardless when you talk about myths and legends and beliefs amongst cultures and as they get diffused, but particularly because of the hateful and violence that was enacted against indigenous populations by white people, pretty tough. It makes it's an extra layer of appropriation. And
right. Well, and appropriation and the bastardization to demonize, right? They took this legend and this myth and twisted it up to make the indigenous peoples seem more scary to the white people, so they wouldn't become friends.
Yes, but I will say, like, in all of its forms, in both like the traditional indigenous forms of the myths and the bastardized versions, horrifying monster,
terrifying,
horrifying stories, and even like there are so many similar versions of creatures throughout various indigenous folklore and belief systems that it's like very, very scary anytime you read about them. And like there's a couple that I read as a kid. Right, there's something. There's one by, I believe it's Joseph Bruchat, which we read in school, and it terrifies me to this day. It's called Skeleton Man. And it's, I believe the kid's uncle is a Wendigo, and he's like eating people, and it's a whole thing. It terrified me.
Anyways.
What a good episode of Supernatural to watch on Halloween.
So we said Bloody Mary and Scarecrow. The next on my list is Crossroad Blues.
That one's just a good episode.
Because it's just such a solid episode. It's not super scary, but the Hellhounds are pretty scary.
That was on my long list.
It's got some just like dope like musical history references. B loves that episode. That's one of his favorites. Season 2 is a really solid season. I really don't like the psychic kid storyline, so I actually don't like any of the I didn't pick any of those episodes.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So
With,
season 2 is like
demon blood kids, you mean?
Yeah. So like that's the only season 2 episode I picked, even though season 2 as a season is really solid. I just like the Meg storyline is really cool. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't. It's not my jam.
I saw a post about the first 2 seasons, especially the first season of Supernatural, that was like, Supernatural's so funny because the whole thing in the first season is they're trying to find their dad, and he's not even missing. He's just dead ass avoiding them.
He's just hiding from them.
He's just like, I don't want to fucking. He's just like doing something at a bar. He's like, oh, my fucking kids are calling me again.
Dad's been gone.
So this is the Crossroad Blue episodes. I was thinking about this. There's a post that is on. I saw it on Instagram, I think, but it's probably from Tumblr or something, and it was talking about how it might have even been a tweet, but like the devil went down to Georgia is such an American thing because in any other culture, pretty much, the devil wins, and it's like it's a tale about hubris, and like the Johnny would lose his soul because so people who are not familiar with the devil went down to Georgia, it's about a fiddle player named Johnny, best fiddle player alive. Devil, he's in a bind, he's way behind, he's got to make a deal in order to store some souls now, right? So he challenges them to a fiddle contest. Band of Demon joins in, fucking cranking. It's awesome. Johnny's like, not bad. Now watch this. Absolutely shreds the fiddle. Even the devil's like, damn, he got me. Here's the golden fiddle. Johnny's like, yeah, that's what I thought. Come on back if you ever want to try again. Anyway, most cultures, that would be a full tale about not getting too big for your britches, not challenging the devil, resisting temptation, resisting pride. But in America, so anyway, one time I'm driving, shuffle playlist going on, that comes on. I tell Maddie that story about the tweet and how it's really interesting about American hubris and at least Charlie Daniels' hubris. Then the next song on the playlist is The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie by Colter Wall, which is not even like the guy loses, it's about a guitar player and he loses his soul just for taking advice from the devil.
Yeah.
And that's a Canadian singing like American. It's called Imagine. It's like, so it's from a EP or something called LP. I don't know the exact music term, but like a Canadian country singer doing an album called Imaginary Appalachia, which is an incredible name, but especially kind of ironic. And an American singing or a Canadian singing something that I think we would associate as deeply American music. And in that context, he loses his soul for something very, like not even doing something half as bad as like accepting a challenge from the devil.
Right.
It's unbeknown. So I don't know. It's something interesting there that not super related to Supernatural, but like I was thinking about the blues player in Crossroad Blues. Like he asked to be the best blues player alive and dies
in obscurity
without fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't trust those demons, man.
B was like the no cut.
Sammy.
Never mind. Sammy. We should just cut that, and that'll be like our transition sound. It's just
Sammy. I'll just grab it from like the just the actual sound. That would be so.
Well, we talked about this right after.
Yeah, how was Supernatural last?
Yeah,
that would be so funny if we just I'm gonna do that.
We're doing it.
Just in every episode.
And
just a whoosh.
We'll have
Sammy.
to right. We'll have to listeners will have to guess whether or not they think it's from Supernatural or.
Oh, that is funny. I can do like a supercut. Sinners.
Thank you.
Sam. Here's an episode that I like. It's not necessarily super scary, but it's scary enough, I think. And it is, I think, another just solid episode, and it's one of the first they're built different episodes, and that's The Benders, which is the one where the humans are abducting people and hunting them. I think it's the first time we get the freaking humans, man.
Oh my god, I hate that episode.
There's the creepy little girl that I think tries to stab him with knives or scissors or something.
She's got like all janky teeth. They're all, that's, and they're like, what do they look like? What kind of demons are? And they're like, they're people. Like,
yeah,
that is actually, especially now, like it's a solid pick.
And it's in Ohio.
And it would be in Ohio.
Right.
That's definitely happening in Ohio.
Sorry to our friend from Ohio.
I'm not.
Sorry, LeBron.
Oh, God, I'm really not.
Wow.
No. Sorry. All right, my next pick, and this is a funny one because it's okay. My next episode is a Christmas episode, but it's really scary, and it is a very supernatural Christmas, and it's basically like about Krampus. They're not Krampus. It's like the two old people who are human sacrificing, and they like sell
shoving people up the chimney.
Exactly. They like pull people up the chimney. They're like so they sell the wreaths, and like that's how they like know which house to go into.
Yeah, that is another really solid episode.
It's a solid episode. It's scary. It's like early season 3, episode 8.
Okay.
Oh, I was wrong. I did pick one more season 2 episode, but I'll get there later.
All right. I have one that I think is most of the time would be scary, and it's another season 3 episode. But because of whatever the hell they were doing, I don't know if it was a serious backdoor pilot or what, it's not as scary as it could be. But I'm talking about Ghost Facers.
That's on my honorable mentions. Obviously that and Hell House.
Here's the thing. Is that not the Hell House?
So
episode?
Hell House is first in season 2, and then in season 1, sorry. And then in season 2 is the Ghost Facers, like once they have the actual theme song.
Gotcha.
We also got confused by that, and we were like, wait, season 1? I don't remember this at all.
Okay. So Hell House is the one with the tulpa, right?
Where it's like the urban legends becoming real.
Yeah.
Yes. That's season 1, episode 17, and that's Hell House.
Like you have to go be gay for that poor intern that season. That's Hell House. Hell House.
Isn't that Ghost Facers? Yeah, that's Ghost Facers. So that is the Ghost Facers episode where like the intern who's like in love with them.
Yeah.
Like that is definitely the Ghost Facers episode, because Hell House, it's just the two of them. And they've got like a blog. They don't have interns yet. And the reason like Tulpa is able to like manifest is that like they're posting the legend on their site, and then people are reading it and like manifesting it. Okay.
So either of them I feel like would work.
I put them both on my honorable mentions because they're fucking hilarious.
But I am thinking of Hell House because Hell House, they get their shit rocked by the Tulpa a little bit. So it's like, especially season 1, it is funny, like the first couple seasons, Ghosts and all these things, Ghosts kind of consistently do this, but like they get their shit rocked all the time.
Yeah.
And by the end, it's just low diff on any of these things.
It is funny, like how like ghosts were the like most difficult thing they came up against for so long, and then it was like now it's demons and angels.
Yeah.
And Leviathan.
That's how Cass says it.
But yeah, those two were on my honorable mentions as like do you want like Halloween-y but not scary, like with some humor thrown in. Those two are good.
Yeah, those ones are good because they're not like pure comedy. There's scary moments throughout, but they are overall funny, so you're chill.
Yeah.
They're not as like, there's 2 on my list that are just pure ridiculous.
The last one on my like proper like Halloween episode list is season 2, episode 3, Malleus Maleficarum.
Nice.
And it's the witch episode.
Yep. It is the witch episode.
And it's, or is it season 3? Or is that season 3, episode 2? Whenever Ruby shows up.
Yeah.
In her first, season 2.
Okay.
It's season 3. Whatever. And they're like, oh, it's a disgusting witch. And they're all really hot also.
They are. That is fun. They do that. That's usually the case.
It is. I think it's season 3.
But it is, that's the one that there's like all sorts of gross bugs in that episode, right? There's like, that episode is gross.
That one's got a lot of like maggots because of like the dead rabbits that they've sacrificed and stuff like that. Like, blah. And really also like, isn't that the one that like the chick was like losing her teeth in the beginning of the episode?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
A
lot of the witch episodes are always pretty good as long as the witches are good actors. And they're like, but like, I don't know, because they're always tough to fight. You know what I mean? The boys struggle against them because they can do the hex bad nonsense. And they usually have like fairly decent motives. You're like, I don't know. Do we gotta kill the witches this time? Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, let them cook.
I just thought of a really good, silly episode, but I bet it's on your list, so.
So my last serious episode is Playthings, which is the haunted hotel with like the imaginary friend that I think is the dead grandma.
Oh, that is such a good one. I like that episode. I always have to like cover my eyes when the delivery man falls down the stairs.
Yeah, with the dolls. There's a whole lot going on with that one. There's creepy dolls. There's the tar comes to life, I think. There's like creepy electricity.
The swings.
No one likes that.
The pool, the drowning child.
Drowning child.
And it's sad. All like, it's like sad too, because it's like, it's just like
it's just like a mom and her kid and the caretaker of the hotel. And you're like, oh my God.
Well, and like the grandma.
The ghost is like, I want to.
She just wants her playmate back.
She just wants to have her friend. It's like, oh my God, my heart.
The ghost just is lonely. She just wants a friend.
Should have listened to that song instead.
What song?
The one that's like, so if you're lonely.
Oh. Fair.
Has advice.
All
right. But now let's get into what everyone's here. You've had your horror. Your eyes have been peeking out from behind your blankets all night. And now it's time for bed. How do you unwind without having to watch a different show?
And may I recommend Psych if you do, because that's what I do. But
that is like,
the episode I was thinking of that I have now totally spaced out on is, oh my God. Well, you do one of yours first. I bet it's on
Okay.
Mine.
So this is, I think, I'm going to do not the very best one, but I think Monster Movie would be really good. That one, it's all in black and white.
Oh,
They're
is
at
good.
like a German
the
festival
beer fest, like Oktoberfest. Yeah.
And
I forgot about that.
There is a shapeshifter who is recreating iconic horror movies to kill people.
Yep.
And it's kind of awesome. So it's
he's
like
just
straight
like
up Wolfman.
A classic movie buff who happens to be a shapeshifter. And he's like, when he's Dracula.
Yep.
He's like, no, I want to suck your blood.
And that guy, and a couple episodes of Psych.
He is. Okay, changing channels is a good one, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Basically anything with the trickster is a good one.
Yes. Which is like, there been times where I've been like, if, maybe skip the episodes, but is this a Supernatural rewatch podcast? Yes. But then what happens? Chuck and the trickster are like, actually, we're doing a Supernatural rewatch podcast. And it's like, I don't know if anyone else should even think about doing it after that. That's like ideal. That's who you want to do it.
It is. It's true. It's very, very true. A Very Supernatural Christmas is not funny. What are they talking? It's like scary. I just googled funniest Supernatural episodes and it's on there. It's offensive.
Scooby Natural?
Scooby Natural is obviously a great pick. It's actually not my favorite episode, I'll be honest. Like, because that's during the bad times. It's not my favorite episode.
But I think it's honestly like, it's a huge saving grace of the bad times of that show. It's so funny.
That's fair.
And I think like, especially like the non-animated parts of the episode are not that good, but the animated parts are incredible. Like, they're so funny and like everyone's having so much fun doing it.
Yeah.
Especially like the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Is very good. But like, there's a scene in Scooby Natural where the mystery gang gives all their catchphrases, and then there's kind of a pause, and Dean goes, "Son of a bitch!"
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It is. It is perfect. I mean, animated Dean going "son of a bitch" is pretty.
It's like, have you seen the Freddie Prinze Jr. meme of him talking about this Scooby-Doo movie that he's in? No. And he's like, "It's great American literature." That's what Scooby Natural is. It's great American literature.
Similarly, kind of like very meta, like fan fiction, obviously, is one of my favorite episodes.
And I'm sure as a given your reading habits, the play episode where they kind of ship Sam and Dean.
No.
No.
They're brothers. And like actual brothers. Anyways.
Yes. Just joking.
I know Yellow Fever was on your list.
Yeah. It's on my shirt as well.
It is on your shirt. That
one I think is both scary. Like, there are scary parts of that, but it is just so funny because Dean has been infected with yellow fever and is just scared of everything. And so they go in and there's just, I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. For like 30 seconds straight.
Yeah, and then he's like, and then he's panting. He's like,
and trying to hold in a laugh.
That was scary.
It's so funny.
I want to go watch this now. I wonder when.
I'm just so like, I don't know. I bet they were low key mad that he streamed like that, because don't they often try to not have actors actually stream so they don't ruin their voice, so they can keep doing tapes? Like they'll have stream doubles in horror movies and stuff like that.
I mean, honestly,
I'm sure they. I don't know.
I didn't know. Yeah.
I don't know if Supernatural was thinking about that at the time, but I like if they were.
Probably not.
Yes. Another one would be the Rabbit Foot episode.
That's what I was thinking of. Thank you. Sorry. That episode is one of my favorite. First of all, I absolutely adore What's-Her-Face as a character. Bella, every episode she's in, I'm like, yes, this is the one. I like want her and Dean to be together so badly. And I was like legitimately crying when she died. Like,
it is.
I thought she was
will
like
say,
solid.
like, it's pretty crazy in Supernatural, especially because, like, I'll give the comparison of Psych, because the people, they're also, like, I've seen trivia where it's like, oh, Psych and Supernatural seemed a lot of the same extras or, like, guest stars because they both were shot in Vancouver at the same time.
Yeah.
And in Psych, they, like, very clearly prioritized funny and, like, whatever characteristics they were looking for off camera for their love interest or, like, random people that are supposed to be hot, because they're often not that good looking. But in Supernatural, everybody that is like super hot for the most part. It's so crazy.
Hot. Everyone is so hot.
I think part of it also though is like, so Bella obviously
that's a CW casting thing though.
That is true. But so like The Walking Dead, different, you know, post-apocalyptic, but it's the same actress is in it, and she looks good in that. But as Bella, it's like next level. She's pretty crazy. Yeah,
she's gorgeous. Changing channels, specifically the herpes
Dr.
ad.
Setzi.
No, herpes. Because Sam,
it's him.
Sam looks so sad when he's doing his. Well, that also. Dean being excited about Dr. Sexy. Doctor. And then he's like.
Well, he's just like. Sam's like looking for a monster. Sam, it's him.
Well, and then
it's honestly.
When Dr. Sexy says doctor to him, and Dean goes. He's just like
doctor.
Dean's got a crush on him. It's so great.
And it's so funny because, like, I think Jensen Ackles is a good actor. He's not, like, incredible, right?
No, but he's good.
So Maddie is on her first watch through, and she's on season 14. And so I just popped in for a minute and saw it. And it's like everybody else is in, like, a CW show, derogatory, like Riverdale type garbage acting, everything, including people who have been on the show forever. And then Jensen Ackles is just like playing it very serious. Like he's like doing the same, like, you know, not like when he's doing in the best episodes of the show, but he's doing professional acting, not phoning it in. And it's just so funny because it's not like he's a, you know, Hall of Fame talent, and he's still just so much better than that show. And I do think this is something that, you know, we don't get Supernatural if this happens, but on balance, I think is probably better for everybody. Marvel casting rumors, everybody was almost whoever, right? But it seems very serious that Jensen Ackles was almost Hawkeye. Like it was between him and Jeremy Renner. And Jeremy Renner is a fantastic actor who, when he's not in Marvel, usually does like really great.
I actually love him as Hawkeye. I'll be honest.
He's awesome as Hawkeye. No, like I think he's great as Hawkeye. Okay. But I think...
But he does, like, serious stuff.
Him being in other movies is better. Like, him in Wind River and... I forget what else. But, like, Wind River especially is really good. Oh, like, The Town, things like that. Like, he's... What he did before Avengers. But
oh my God,
he's a very good actor who I think would take very interesting roles.
What's Cowie going to take?
If he wasn't... But maybe he won it because he made all that money being Hawkeye. Anyway. But I think Jensen Ackles as Hawkeye, that means we don't get all those garbage seasons of Supernatural. And he's probably doing other stuff as well. I think it's a good outcome.
It is a good outcome. Probably wouldn't have done The Boys, though.
No, which he is awesome in.
Which I would be okay with. I can't watch The Boys.
He is, honestly, it's really interesting that he basically just took over that show the one season he was in. And there was a thread of, like, what's the best quote from The Boys or, like, best scene a couple of years ago. And it was 90% things that he did. And it wasn't from people who were, like...
Supernatural
fans. It was just from people. And there was this whole, not literally, but, like, the straight guy version of Bi Panicked when he was on that show, because like most of my peers, they weren't locked in on Supernatural like I was.
What do you mean the straight guy version of Bi Panic? That's literally Bi Panic.
I gotta explain this to you. I guess just Bi Panic then.
It's literally Panic. You suddenly
but I don't think it was actual.
I don't think it to Jensen Ackles. Like,
well, that's what I mean. I don't think it was like actual attraction.
We're like, oh shit.
I don't think it was actually attraction, but it was more just like, holy shit, who is this guy? But it was just funny. Like everyone was just like, what the fuck? What's going on with this Jensen Ackles character? And
He's
I was like,
fucking hot. That's what's
saying
going on. Welcome to the goddamn club.
And so yesterday, my wonderful, amazing wife threw me a surprise birthday party.
Oh yeah, happy not birthday.
I was very surprised. Thank you. A very merry on birthday to me.
Yes.
And she got me, which I immediately unboxed because I want to play with it. Baby.
Collectibles? Who?
I said, I'll just buy another one of these in the box,
baby.
Right? It's so beautiful. And
she is beautiful.
So my one friend who loves Supernatural was like, Dream Car. And I was like, Dream Man. Because it came with, and he was, so we had it. And he was like, what I really like about this is that it doesn't include Sam because it's Dean's car.
So actually, Everybody Loves a Clown is on my honorable mentions list as well. Mm-hmm. And that's the episode at the end where he trashes the car.
Where he smashes it?
Where he's repairing it, but then he like smashes the shit out of it because he's like enraged about his dad died. So, and died.
Can't handle his emotions in a healthy way yet.
No.
Or ever.
Ever. But that is another one that like if you're afraid of clowns is a good Halloween episode. It's very scary. And it also is scary like someone gets killed by a rotator, like a table saw. Ooh. Which is
my friend that's watching for the first time, he's on season 2, like I said. He said that the plane episode, which is like the 4th episode of the first season, which I thought happened way later, he thought that was a good one.
The plane episode?
Yeah, so that's one where the demons are crashing planes. It's the first time they interact with a demon. They do the exorcism on the airplane. But I think you might have just been like, this episode kind of is awesome.
That's season 1. You mean season 2. Episode 4 of season 2.
No, that's season 1, episode 4.
Shut up. No, it's not.
No, it's super early.
Hang on.
Phantom Traveler. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I guess it makes sense that like they had to season 1, episode 4. Fucking A.
Yeah. And that's the other thing.
So much happens.
That's 2005, right? That's 4 years after 9/11. They were doing plane crash episodes. Kind of nuts.
That's bold.
And they just perform an exorcism on an airplane, which is kind of awesome. Just an awesome concept. Like no one else.
Yeah.
They have like the post 9/11 security, so they have to figure out all that stuff.
But that is also isn't that their like both of their collective first interactions with a demon?
I think so. Like definitely their first as grown-ups.
Right, because that's like a whole thing, right? Like, is that they're like, oh, demon possession. Like, what do we do? Right.
Yeah, it's like super rare.
I have one more.
Which is like at that point in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Abandon Hope.
Okay.
It's the one that's the one where mid-season, season 5, they try and take out the devil. Mm-hmm. And it's like it's as he's summoning the 4 horsemen.
Awesome.
And it's so sad because the one where Joe and Ellen die.
They do it. Like their plan
like
works,
they sacrifice but Joe and everything. Ellen die, and then the devil's
and then
like,
they get their shot off.
So funny story that doesn't work on me because I'm an angel.
He's like he was like pretty fucking good though, boys. However, I'm one of the 2 things this doesn't work on, or 3 things or whatever. Angels
and God, right?
I think it worked. I think
it's 3
I think
things.
It's archangels.
Yeah.
So his type of in theory would probably work on Cass. I think is what we're supposed to think, like that tier of angel.
Yeah.
Him, God, and then maybe Death. I think.
Yeah, because Death's only thing that can kill Death is Death's scythe. That's a great episode too, though.
That's also
actually where he meets Death in Chicago.
Yeah, that episode, that season 5 is awesome. Yeah, what is it? 3 minutes to midnight. And he's just eating pizza. He's like, I'm quite fond of this city.
And like he's like walking, and that businessman is like walking down the street on his phone, and then he bumps his shoulder, and Death is like,
yeah.
And the guy drops dead. It's so good. And that song,
that's what I mean. Like the parts of the show, like the first 5 seasons are pretty much all good episodes. Every episode is good. Even the bad ones are watchable. But like the arc and the storytelling is really excellent and up there with like any really good show, I think. You know, it's not like S tier, but it's awesome. It's really, really good. storytelling. And the best episodes in that stretch are like legitimately really awesome.
Like so good.
Like heart-wrenching performances, good writing, good storytelling. Everything comes together.
I think back to the first time I watched the season 5 finale. And like Inconsolable doesn't even begin to cover it.
And it's also, it's like, because like if you just think about it, you're in the world of that universe. It's so powerful what's going on. Like it's so, you're just like, holy shit.
And like the brothers.
Yeah.
And he like shows up. Oh God. Also the song choice is hilarious.
It is. I know, there's part of me that's like, I wish it was something more epic, but it's also kind of perfect.
That's
how
perfect.
It is. I got something to say.
But even still, like, even watching it now, I get upset. Like, I cry.
I did, like, when I was watching, I got, like, emotional just because like, I was saying, like, it was powerful. Like, this guy, he knows he's dying. He says, I don't give a fuck. I'm still showing up.
I'm going to save my little brother.
Yep. Tough. As someone with a little brother, been there.
Yup. Yeah, I feel like it's very, very relatable to anyone with siblings.
Yeah, older siblings. Like, if you're the oldest,
if you're an oldest sibling.
A lot of the show, and you have, like, especially, you have, like, yeah. Shithead little sibling. It's kind of perfect.
Yup. No, it's so good. But yeah, Abandon Hope is, like, such a solid episode, and I love, that was another one I almost picked up, was No Exit. For like the main scary episode list, it's the that serial killer in the walls of the apartment building, and Joe goes without her mom's permission.
Yeah,
that's a really good episode. Number one, like the episode itself is really solid and really scary, and it's a real life serial killer.
Yeah, here's another one that is, I think it's horrifying on multiple levels, and it's another Humans one. Is the one where the couple moves into the house and the generations of, I don't know if you even want to get into this, but like the father had been assaulting his daughter and then his granddaughter, and the children live in the walls.
Yes. Oh my God, it's not a ghost. They think it's a ghost. Yeah. They've done the salt circle, and then the little girl comes out of the wall. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that episode.
That one is legitimately scary.
Can't watch that.
And it has some of the like, I think that one was also very much like a horror movie from that time period.
It's like his little incest babies are all living in the walls. I totally forgot about that. Ew.
And then there's the twist where she's like, what about the other one? Like the other one. So yeah.
I think I skipped that episode when I do my rewatches. There's a lot of episodes I don't watch on my rewatch.
Yeah. That one, it's like, I think it is yeah. It's pretty, obviously it's very heavy subject matter randomly in a show that sometimes does stuff like that, but not super often and not always very well. And I don't think they even try to handle it well. I think it's just they'll randomly be like, humans are, like, they'll just be like, humans are evil type of thing. Like, and they're not going to moralize about it. They're just going to show it.
Right.
But it's very scary and is like horrifying.
That moment when like the girl's foot steps over the salt ring, you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
What do we do? We just reactivated Netflix, so now I'm gonna go watch Supernatural.
It's on sale on Vudu for the full. I think Vudu is now Fandango at home. It's something that's like digital buy the movies. I think it was like it was maybe $90, maybe less for the whole
all 15 seasons.
All 15 seasons. Normally it's like $300.
That's actually not a bad deal.
No, I know. It doesn't have any bonus features, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. It's 300 episodes.
You should just buy the physical DVD set. Can you?
I'm going to do that at some point.
How big do you think that box would be? Because you know they've got like the 10 seasons of Friends in that box set, like collector's edition, whatever. The Supernatural one's going to be like this big because like Friends is 30 minutes. You can fit so many episodes on a single disc.
Yeah.
Supernatural, you ain't getting that.
Crazy. So yeah, I mean, I have my Xbox that I have doesn't have a disc drive.
Mine either.
So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna plug in the PlayStation and then switch discs. Like, I will get it at some point just because physical media is better and looks better, and it's like you actually own it, which is nice.
Oh my God, get this! So I went to my University yesterday for homecoming, and we like wandered. We went to, okay, first of all, we went to 7-Eleven and filled up our like coffee cups with White Claw and then walked around campus. And we went into the library because they've like added like several wings to the library since we graduated. There's a media library now upstairs, and it's just a room of DVDs.
That's funny.
That's the whole media library. I was like, that doesn't feel right.
Remember these?
Yep. Anyways, that's an aside.
All right. Anyway, I think, we could do this forever.
I was about to say, I was like, I think we could.
Supernatural rambling. And say, let's get into this week. We're highly obsessed with
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay. Is that what you put in the Bibliovert channel?
Yes.
Okay.
So several of the Bibliovert girlies were like, oh, a hawk just flew by my window. That was so pretty. It was like red tail too. Anyways, several of the Bibliovert girlies were like early adopters of K-pop Demon Hunters and like we're talking about it. And so I finally, like I said, just reactivated Netflix and we watched it on Friday as our like Friday night movie night. It's been my pick for a while and we've been out of town and then we were just busy before we went out of town. So I hadn't gotten to pick my movie night movie. And so when we got back, I was like, I know what we're watching. We watched it. It was so good. It was so good. The music, I'd already listened to the music on Spotify, obviously, like I can't help myself. But B has already learned one of the songs on guitar.
Wow.
And he texted me just the words, just like one lyric yesterday. He just was like, thought it was so, he'll say he's not into it, but he literally just texted me the single line, I'm done hiding, now I'm shining. And that was it. Nothing else. So he'll say he thought the movie was okay. He loved it. He's lying.
I'm like, I haven't seen a bad word about this movie. It's a movie?
It's also really short. Yes, it's a movie. And it is like, it is a kid's movie, but it's really solid.
Okay. Do you think I would like it?
I can't think of something you wouldn't like about it.
Okay.
Like,
how much music is there?
a lot. But it's not. I mean, it's like if you think about like a Disney movie, right? Like there's songs like that are. It's part of the story. Like they're telling the story, but it's less like a Disney movie and more like K-pop. Like,
listen, I love kimchi,
the premise is there. You go. Well, that's also like there's also it's that like.
You know what? I do like Korean zombie movies
or Japanese animation. Like it, like there's.
That's my biggest hang up. I don't like that style of animation.
So neither do I. And there were parts where I was like, whatever. Like it's fine. There's not a ton of the like big eye like. There are moments of it, and like it's like kind of like flashes almost of them like reacting to something, and then all of a sudden they'll be in that sort of style. And like there were parts where I was like, whatever, it's fine, because it was really funny.
Okay. I'll try. I will at some point check it out.
I have a feeling the thing that I found the funniest, which was this like big cat tiger thing, Brendan found it incredibly creepy. And I think you might also not think that's as funny as I did. I thought it was hysterical, and it'll be interesting to see like if you pick up like what I thought was so funny.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you? What are you high-key obsessed with?
I'm high-key obsessed with A Song of Ice and Fire. We're going to be doing an episode on that at some point in this nonsense season of ours. And it's really like if you've been hesitant to read the books, because I was forever, because I am worried they will go unfinished.
They will.
They are so excellent. And I think they might be surpassing Red Rising, which is pretty nuts in my personal rankings. And the other thing is I think the thing that they do better than almost any other fantasy that I've read is the world is so lived in. Like the history makes sense. Like if you watch the show, and I'll just say quick, not that we haven't really taught spoilers, but like serious spoiler thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Things like why the Boltons think they can fuck over the Starks, or like why these minor houses are making moves, made a ton of sense in the book, because you get all that history, and it's like you know that this enmity between them stretches back generations, and you know that like the Karstarks and the Starks go back forever, and it's just, I don't know, it's so real. And I know that's a lot of it's because he aped the War of the Roses, but it's just it's so good.
And like that's
also really quick, Stannis is a little bitch. Fuck him.
Stannis is a little bitch.
People like Stannis. He like, dude, fight Renly like a fucking knuckle up, my boy. That's
I
funny.
still am mad about
We did that at the same time. It's just like, dude, like, it's so annoying. They would have won.
Little puss.
Also, Renly, like, accept the thing and then just poison him. Just be like, yeah, I'll be your heir. Let's join our armies.
Right?
We'll kill the Lannisters and then poison them. Who cares?
So
you got the Queen of Thorns on your side.
The Queen of Thorns. Also, like, that is one
She's
change.
so awesome in the book.
She's awesome in the book. You know who's not awesome in the book is Marjorie. And I love that change for the show. Yet.
She's like, so where I'm at in the book, she's like moderately. Okay. She's like up with it. Like it's mostly the Queen of Thorns is like, she's like, you know, my granddaughter's not an idiot, but that's all you have.
Right.
And she's doing some steaming.
I guess and I could be misremembering, but I remember thinking like, and that could be largely a casting thing, because like that casting is so solid. Like she's awesome as a badass.
I will say she had, my friends and I, we were devastated.
Mm-hmm. Well, just like in that scene, like after Renly dies, and
I want to be.
She's like, I want to be the queen. It's just so badass.
Yeah, I think like that is another thing about Adam. So here's something to me that I thought was really interesting. Is that even though Game of Thrones, when it's at its best, is legitimately one of the best shows ever made. It's incredible. Mm-hmm. It can't match the book because like books are just such a better medium than storytelling, or for storytelling than TV.
Yep.
And TV is like better than movies. You know, it's like probably the best you can get
on
adapting
screen.
Something like that. And because you're beholden on like the line readings, other people interpreting it, and like the actors. So like the actor,
or an actor who's not going to read the book, like.
Yeah, like so the actor that plays Jaime, very talented actor, not a good at the sword fight choreography. So you don't really get to feel how scary and granted, a lot of that happens off page in the book as well.
Yeah.
But like you don't get the same menace from him because he doesn't have it. So you don't really understand why everyone's so terrified of him.
Right.
Whereas in the book, like anytime he's even, you know, chained up for months and I think probably years and like dirty conditions, he's like a threat. Like everyone's terrified of him everywhere he goes.
Right.
And they also, I don't know. Anyway, as you can tell, high tea obsessed with A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yes.
It lives up to the hype. If you've been holding out, read it. And I will say, sorry, Cross, if you're listening. The thing that jumps out to me is that, like, you know, Joe Abercrombie, shout out, excellent author. The First Law, I liked the first 3 books. There's levels to this shit, man. It's levels to this. Like, you can't.
Well, I think like what you said about the lived-in world, I think it's like we've talked about First Law and like my I would say at this point minor gripe, because like I do feel like I've met Joe Abercrombie now, and like I do feel like he's talked about it a lot, like the issue with there not being decent female representation in the first 3 books. Like that's my, at this point, only complaint about it. But I agree. Like there are levels. Like the world building is good. The geography world building and like to a degree the history of the world is like decently built. Like the foundations are there, but it's not as like when you get Game of Thrones, similarly to Lord of the Rings, which is the point, right? It's similar to Lord of the Rings and Wheel of Time, but I don't think Wheel of Time is as well written. Like they have like the foundations of an ancient civilization underneath the foundations of a slightly less ancient civilization underneath the foundations of a slightly less, like you've got like at least 6 civilizations worth of foundation to this world that we're living in currently in the story. And I think that like you can tell.
I think it's just like I might be painted with too broad a brush, and I only read the first 3, and I know they were.
Me too. I haven't
the first 3 novels, and that the rest is when it really becomes like this is one of the best series of all time. So I know it's not a 1-to-1 comparison, but like in the world in Westeros, the regions are so different culturally from one another, which is what you see in the real world. Yeah. And that was not necessarily the case in the different countries in the first 3 First Law books.
Well, they were. Okay, so I will say, like, they were, but they weren't. It wasn't regional. Like, they were, like, different countries separated.
Right.
Like, I guess I kind of get what you're saying, because they were all connected in the previous empire. Whereas, and, like, these ones are too. I don't know. It is interesting. And, like, because of I'd be curious to hear from Abercrombie, like, what historical and, like, geographical references and, like, sources he was using to build his world. Because George R. R. Martin's are very easy. They're England, they're the UK. You know, we've got the Greyjoys off.
I gotta say, like, I do like that he just made the Vikings equivalent people just, like, absolute scumbags. Like, normally they're pretty cool in stories like this, and he was just like, no, they're, like, the worst people you can imagine.
Yeah. Well, are they Vikings or are they Celts?
I don't know.
I thought they were Celts.
You know, you would know more than I would.
Geographically, they're closer to Ireland and the Aran Isles. I always assumed they were the Aran Isles, but
Oh. Well, listen, if it's the Celts, then I apologize.
But I don't support it, culturally, George. I do feel like they are closer to the Vikings, or at least, like, Norse, the Saxon Anglos.
Which I do, like, Saxons. I don't think that the Vikings were huge pieces of shit.
No,
I
they
just
were
like
the best.
that as a storytelling device. Right, that's why it's good as a storytelling device, because normally they're, like, everyone's like, you're supposed to be scared of them, but they actually low-key are, like, the coolest and noblest in the story very often. And in this, he's like, they're actually, like I said, the biggest scumbags.
Yeah.
Like, I know what's about to happen to my boy Theon. I do not feel bad. Good. Do it again, Ramsay.
Well, his story arc is the most solid. His arc and his growth. And that is another gripe of mine about Abercrombie, is that, like, the arcs ain't arcing. And I know it's only 3 books.
So actually, here's what I think we do is for the Nets episode. Well, not the Nets episode, but, like, the episode.
I know, we should probably wrap this up
with Ben. So this way you don't even have to reread if you don't want to.
I'm gonna.
But we do a fantasy sci-fi, like, tier ranking list. We haven't really done anything like that.
I like.
And that way we can find 10-ish things that we've all read and try to put them in boxes.
I like it.
And it's not even like we're not drafting them, we're not debating, like, we're just discussing them. Like, here are our personal rankings. Let's talk about it.
I just felt something on my back, but I'm hoping it was just my tag.
It was, I'm sure.
Better not have been a fucking spider.
Spider. All right. So that was an episode of High Tea Obsessed. It was a Halloween episode. Ooh. The nonsense seasons overall, they're not going to be as rambly as this. They're going to be normal episodes. This was just specifically. I think a mix. I think there will be more loosey-goosey than the normal episodes, but they will have structure.
Yes.
They will have structure, and it won't be us just geeking out about our favorite shows and then our favorite books, basically. So they'll be a little more on the point, because we're very passionate, so we just get in the weeds immediately on these things.
Unless that's what you like, in which case, let us know, and we'll do that too.
Yes. But yeah, if you want to give us a shout, follow us on Instagram at High Tea Obsessed Podcast. Follow Cassie at Sharkbait's Bookshelf on Instagram and TikTok. Subscribe to the show on YouTube at High Tea Obsessed Podcast, and drop us a 5-star rating and review on the podcast platform of your choice.
If you don't give us 5 stars, we will form a demon boy band to suck out your soul.
I've always wanted to be in a demon boy band.
K-pop variety specifically.
I'm out. I can't do it. So, until next time, remember, Tuesday, paid in a post.